gotta dance when the music plays, right? Hey everybody, I'm Will Munn. Welcome to the Adept Icarus YouTube channel. We're going to be streaming tonight, or this afternoon, or this morning, depending on your time zone, the creation of a new realm for Vi the Ancestrals with the artist who is developing the tarot card for this realm. Super excited about this. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is something I've been posting a little bit about, like some of the process that we use at Adept Icarus and how we make games and how we think about, involving people at different points during games. And one of the things that I think is really cool about this game in particular is how we've started integrating artists earlier into the development of the game, instead of saying, hey, we're going to already create everything, and then later on we'll say, hey, Mr. Artist or Ms. Artist or, artist person, you now co-make the art that I think it should be, and you didn't have any input into how that thing was created. But in this case, artists are getting some more input earlier on, and then, we think it's really cool. It's resulted in some very neat things so far. I think I posted yesterday one of the arts for the world that we developed. It was M and I and Amanda Call and I think Chase. Was it Chase? Or no, it was Adam Clayton, I think, was on that one. Anyway, so before I get too far ahead of myself, let me go ahead and introduce the other folks who are going to be building this world together today. So first and foremost, but not last most, I'll bring in my design type friend, pal, partner, M. Earhart. Hey, M.
Hi, Will. Excellent to be back. I have been loving these streams, and I'm excited to do it.
Yeah. How's the puzzle game world going for you?
Oh, you know what? I am at the 5300s now.
Yeah.
I was in the 7000s the last time we talked, so I'm climbing the ranks.
Ranking up. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Glad to hear it. Welcome back. Are you ready to do another one of these?
I think I am. We're
Yeah.
gonna see. I'm repeating the all energy, no brains. So we'll see what happens here.
Well, I think it'll be fun. It's gone pretty good so far. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. We haven't failed yet.
No, not yet. Well, there's always a first. We'll see what happens. If there's no way we could possibly fail today, though, because I just jinxed it. But anyway, we have joining us today the Ariumista himself. Oops. Yep. There we go. I'll put that up, and I'll add you to the screen. Drew Gherkin, who's one of the co-creators of Arium. Welcome.
Speaking of failures, here I am, right? Thanks for having me on the show today. I appreciate it, my man. No, I'm so excited to be with you three awesome individuals today, and looking forward to building a really awesome realm together.
Yeah, this will be a lot of fun. And then last and certainly not most least, we have our esteemed artist, Simone Tametta from Italy is joining us today. Welcome, Simone.
Hi. All.
Great to have you here. You want to tell folks just a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm an illustrator of tabletop RPGs, and maybe you saw my art in somewhere, like RPGs. So you know what I do, mostly in black and white, and just in this last period, something colored. So that's all.
Yeah, that's great. I've seen a lot of your stuff posted on different groups on Facebook, on Instagram. It's very cool, very evocative art, and you did a little bit of work for Cyan Starlight that's actually going to be in the published book as well. So that's
really cool.
Yeah, they turned out great. So I'm excited for folks to see those. All right. Well, should we kick it off? Should we figure out what we're going to do next?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to start with the way zoomed out views. So I will add. These are all the realms that we've been building this way. There's a lot of them, a lot of different ideas. You can see each one of those little colored dots is basically an idea about one of the different realms for Vi that we've been creating. But today we're going to focus in on the Hermit. This is one of my favorite tarot cards, actually. It's really cool. It's the number 9 trump card in the Major Arcana of the tarot deck. And yeah, this is going to be very fun. I am sure of it. One thing I wanted to add really fast, maybe, is just I'm going to grab a copy of these two and put them down in our Lacuni here. We're going to keep these two things in mind as we build out this realm together. So when we do this, we use Arium Create, which is a game that Drew and I and Asha Ents all created together. That is just for making worlds together with your friends and doing it in a way that gives everybody space, but also helps everyone come together on like what are the best things to be a part of the world based on the ideas of the people who are there. So today we'll start out with the step 0, which is Lacuni, and these are the things that aren't in the world that we're creating. So we're going to avoid, I think the other word that was used for this is isms or, sort of hate type stuff, right? We're going to avoid all of that. And then we also want to avoid any intellectual property because, of course, this is a game that we're going to publish. And so we don't want to use anything that Disney is going to sue us over or anything like that. So just keep an eye on those things. But other than that, we can also use this area of the board here to include some things that we want to exclude, I guess. We're going to include things that we want to exclude. So we'll take a minute or two and write down our own ideas for things that we would like to exclude from this realm. The trick here is they can be things that we want to exclude because there is like a good reason or because it's something that we personally want to avoid. But we can also add items here because constraints breed creativity. I think I've said that a couple of times during these streams, and it can be really interesting to say, hey, I don't want this to be in here because I know that's going to make us have interesting choices that we need to make later on because of it. And so I think that's all of it. Do y'all have any questions before we go into this?
I don't think I do. I have a prediction.
Ooh,
You have a
what's
prediction?
the prediction?
I have a prediction that dinosaurs are going to be on this exit list. We're not going to have any dinosaurs on here since
Yeah.
we have Drew in the party.
It's always a possibility. It's always a possibility. Yeah, that's good. I guess the only other thing to sort of keep in mind before we do these is there are some things that are kind of a part of the general idea of the Hermit tarot card. We've got prudence, circumspection, treason, dissimulation, roguery, corruption, concealment, disguise, policy, fear, and unreasoned caution are all sort of keywords that are related to that card, at least as we've been from the place that we looked them up that we liked. And so we don't necessarily want to exclude any of those things, but we could if it made sense, right? Also, there are some pre-existing ideas of what might be in this realm, so I would say don't try and exclude anything along those lines, maybe. All right. So what I'll do for us is I will set a quick timer. Everybody will hear this when it's finished. I'll set it for 2 minutes, and we can just take a minute and use these pink sort of sticky notes up at the very top of the board area here to write any ideas you'd like to include in the Lacuni which will be things we will exclude that we won't have in the realm that we build together today. So everybody cool, clear? 2 minutes?
Just a question.
Yes.
Can be anything that we want to exclude, or okay.
It could be anything. And if you don't have any like great ideas for anything that you want to exclude, then that's fine, right? I mean, I think just to give an example, right, you could say, hey, I think we just did this last time where we said, hey, we don't really want like super high tech technology stuff in the realm because it didn't make sense with what we had kind of envisioned. So that's an option, but you could be as specific as to say, you know, like M suggested, I don't want dinosaurs to be here, or I don't want, you know, I don't want tube socks. I want everyone to wrap bandages around their feet. I mean, you know, it could be anything. I'm always going to say tube socks for some reason, so it's the way I operate. I think about tube socks basketball all the time. It's like the Roman Empire for most people. I think about tube socks. Yeah. Okay. All right. We good to go? 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Timer's on. So grab a note, write something on it if you have a thought.
Thank you, Drew. I appreciate you.
I just gotta stay consistent, huh?
Boy, I wish my brain was working better.
Yeah, me too. Not your brain, Em. My brain.
No.
My
I know what
brain
you
is
meant.
working better. All right. If you're still writing one, you can go ahead and finish. That's fine. We'll just review what we've got here so far. So, as mentioned, the intellectual property, the isms or hate. We're also avoiding total peace. That's like, we can talk about that, but what I meant by that was just like there should be some conflict, some war, some, you know, some things like that. There's no world peace in this realm, basically. World peace, I guess, would have been a way I could have framed that. Anyway, we've got no bountiful magic.
I thought maybe it'd be cool if it was a little bit rare. Like maybe not
like,
everybody casts it, or maybe it's not easy to get to.
Yeah, I like that. So kind of a low magic type of thing. And no dinosaurs, of course, which I appreciate that.
Hey, just want to, make sure.
Yeah, we're going to have to make a run with dinosaurs at some point, I feel like.
It could happen.
You never know. All right. We haven't made one yet, I don't think. We have done demons and other interesting things. Anyway. Okay, so that's our Lacuni. The next step that we'll go to is the universal step, number 1. And as mentioned, we kind of had these pre-existing items here that are related to the card specifically. But beyond that, the universal step is the most broad of all the steps. Everything we do from here is kind of drilling down, getting into more specifics and more specifics as we go. But this is really just like, the way to think about it is, what is the tone? Is it grungy and gritty? Is it lighthearted and happy? Is it you can use genre keywords like fantasy, science fiction, or you can use like much further drilled down versions of that. Horror is another example. You could go down into 80s era cyberpunk, right, is a type of science fiction. That's a thing you could say. You could say Arthurian, romantic, sort of, French style literature, right? That's a genre. I mean, if I wanted to get really specific. So those are things that we could say. Additionally, you can make like mashups of things. You could say like, fey punk, or stuff like that. But everything is very much at that high level. And once we have this, then we'll build on it. Everything we do after this will get more specific and more into it. But for now, are there any questions about the universal phase?
I have just a quick question on the Hermit in general. Like, for this purpose, the Hermit isn't a character type that we're designing for. It's just influences how this realm feels, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, exactly. Okay.
Okay, groovy.
Should we do 2 minutes again?
Yeah.
And now we have colored stickies with our names next to them over here in the center. So just grab your color and use your color when you put ideas down. Put as many as you like. Like, we're gonna talk about them. We'll end up voting on them eventually, and so only the ones we like the most as a group will be the ones that will come through. But we can put all kinds. You might see me put something really silly, or something just because sometimes my brain gets locked and I need to just write something silly so that I can move on to the next thing. But yeah, and then we'll all laugh, and then we won't use it because it's terrible. Yeah.
You say that, Will, but we used mine the last time I did that. I put minty because it was like, what the flavor? I was like, minty, and then the whole world became centered around mint. So I have a little bit of comic.
But it's great though. It's great. The mint was great. Everybody loved it. All right. Yeah, that's fair. It could go through, but it probably won't. All right. 2 minutes. Sound good?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh, I just took the wrong color sticky note. My bad. Ooh, Drew. A little fey around the edges?
Yeah. Pretty sure I'm stealing that from Patrick Rothfuss, but I'm not sure. There's a quote in there similar to that, but places.
Okay. If we are... Ooh. Nice. All right. So I think we've got a good list here that we can go through. So the first thing we'll do is we will read through them. I will... Drew, would you mind reading through them?
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Awesome.
So should we go ahead and read through the green ones first?
Yeah, you can. We didn't read those before, did we?
Okay.
Oh no, or did I? I might have.
You did.
Oh, you did. You did. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I'll just go top down then. So
Okay.
we have romantic feudalism and fairies. We have a dragon threat. We have dark and mystical. Magic is evasive or not process oriented. And I can explain those when we get there. Mists, lots of mystices, right? A little fey around the edges. Smoky places, which I really like. Arthurian, Merlin vibes, low tech. Outcast types are touched. Points of light locations. The Iron Age. More runes and relics than developed. Magical monoliths. Clanky armor and big horses. Dangerous and big world.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I can taste it already.
I know.
Already. Oh man, it's so good.
I know. It's nice. Okay, this is really good. So let's talk through these a little bit. So there's the next part is we are going to collaborate, right? So we can collaborate to do a couple of things. Usually it's to combine items together, right? We want to say, hey, this one and this one, they go together. Right? There's a couple of reasons why we might do that. One of them is because, hey, they just seem pretty similar. Maybe they belong together, right? More than apart. Like if you couldn't really imagine them being separate, right? That's one reason to combine things. The other reason to combine things is just say, you know what? I like these things together. I think they are better together than they are apart. In fact, they should be together because that would make this whole world more awesome. So, either one of those can be proposed. Anybody can ask a question to clarify what's going on with an existing item here. So that's something else that we can do. But basically, anyone can propose, but the main point is if two different people, and this is why we use the different colored stickies, if two different people wrote something, then those two people need to agree to combine the items. Anyone can make the proposal, but the two people who wrote the items need to agree in order to combine them. Once we're done with the collaboration combining, then we'll come back and do some voting and determine which things we like the best as a group. And I can tell you that usually things that are combined get liked more, but that is not a rule. A lot of times you can have one thing that sits alone by itself and everybody will vote for it. We saw it just the last time we did this, a couple of times. So it's totally possible for that to happen too. But usually combining things does make them more appealing for voting. So just a thought. What thoughts do you all have? What questions? What proposals?
Well, I'll just go out with the one I think is really obvious combining together, which is more runes and relics and magical monoliths. I feel like those go together pretty hand in hand, but I could be off there.
No, I think the same. So
we can put these two together? The
Yeah,
two
yeah.
of you agree? I love that. I love that a lot.
I would say smoky places, mists, maybe.
They're probably
Yeah.
similar, right? I cheated. I read yours when I wrote mists. So. I like that.
I really like this. I like collaborating in this way with like an artist on board as well, right? Because my guess is you're thinking of this in a very visual world in terms of like how evocative can my artwork be based on that. That's just a cool perspective to have.
Yeah, I love it.
Could we also like thinking of the points of light idea, right? That it's not this big known developed world, but there are just pockets of civilization. Like, does that somehow play into the mists and smoke? Like a very literal fog of war sort of idea, right? Where like traveling between means you have to traverse the mists.
Interesting. I like that. We can dig more into that as we get into the later rounds too, I think.
Groovy.
But I like that a lot. What do we think about clanky armor and big horses going together with Iron Age? Do those go well together?
I like that a lot.
Okay.
I think low tech is implied there as well.
Probably true. Yeah. I could. Yep. I'm good with that if you are, Em.
I'm great with that, yeah.
Okay.
Can I make a question?
Yes.
What about if low tech is put side by side with dangerous in big world, because the world is so big that the technology cannot develop and it's difficult to advance in that sense?
I'm totally good with that.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
Maybe distant cities, few resources.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that a lot.
I would even go so far to maybe suggest we also include dark and mystical into that, just because the world is so big. It's like the night is dark and full of terrors type of a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do
I'm
you
also
think, Drew?
okay leaving it completely separate on its own thing.
No, you just got me with the night is dark and full of terrors because of recent events. Anyway, are you okay with that, Drew? If we combine that?
Yeah.
I think so.
What if we put the dragon threat with all of that as well? Would that fit?
Okay.
Like group that here? Would that be all right?
I love that idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Arthurian and Merlin vibes definitely are hand in hand, unless you had like a very specific reason why you didn't want them joined.
I didn't. I just liked the idea of like the Arthurian time period, and then also Merlin being this counselor that also has a lot of mystery. I thought that would be cool too. So I didn't want to have them necessarily tied, but they are very linked.
The Merlin vibes could go here with like the relics and ruins and magical monolith stuff too, maybe.
I had thought about that earlier as well.
Don't know.
Let's do it. Let's combine it.
You okay with that, Simone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems cool.
All right. I think maybe these two are very similar.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Maybe even include this guy.
Yeah. Would you be okay with that, Drew?
Yeah, I think so. To me, it's like Merlin is a little fey around the edges as well, all like the magic stuff. So I don't think it. I think it's there. I think it could serve to fit several of these others as well, though, right?
Yeah. Do you want to tell us a little about what you meant with the magic is elusive or not process oriented?
Yeah, just the idea that you can't go to wizard school, right? Like it maybe it's like a very personal, I'm in tune, or I just have this thing, but I don't quite like searching for mastery is more, you can't teach it. Does that make sense? Am I articulating this okay? Like,
Yes. Yeah, that makes tons of sense.
okay.
I'd
Like
be cool
you either have it or you don't, right? Like there's not really an in between. I can't go looking unless, somebody were to bestow the ability upon me, or something were to bestow the ability.
I'd be good to group that with probably either of these two, the Arthurian one or the Merlin vibes, magic ruins and monoliths.
Go ahead, Simone. No, go ahead.
No, please talk.
I was gonna say I feel like it fits in at least in my mind, it fits a little bit better with the Merlin vibes category myself. But I could see it fitting in both places. Simone, what were you gonna say?
I would say the same, because I was thinking maybe if you think magic like this, someone who cannot study can take it from like ruins or something magical from these places. So maybe could work like this.
So maybe there is a possibility of some discovery, but you just can't teach it or learn it. You either have to be born with it or find a way to. Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
I'm down. I'm totally down with that.
Any other combinations we'd want to make?
What do you mean with points of light location precisely?
Yeah. So that's just the idea that it's there are pockets of civilization instead of like a fully developed area, right? And between town or village 1 and town or village 2, there's very little known about what happens or what exists between the two locations.
Okay, before you were talking about maybe this world full of fog, so there are still cities or place like this one, this you said, or is just everything foggy and difficult to go through?
Well, I think it's
like same
like I
situation
think there.
in the city.
Yeah, I think there's still cities that exist in town. There's still developments. It's just they're not as Will. What's the word that I'm looking for here? There's not a lot developed between places.
Right. Yeah, so there's like big swaths of area that there are things that are basically pretty dangerous. Like there are very little going on between the cities in a points of light sort of concept, right? It's a little more thematic than the like having mists and smoky places, although that's definitely an implementation of it, right?
Yep. Yeah. It's I think that's great. Hopefully that helps.
Yeah.
I see why we might think about combining those. I'm on the fence about whether or not I would recommend it, but we certainly could if you two wanted to.
I think we could also drill it down in through big picture or landmarks or stuff. I think we could play with some of it in those areas as well.
Yeah.
If it makes the cut.
We still have a vote to do, yeah. That's right. Okay. Any other questions or any other potential combinations we want to do?
I really like Dragon Threat as an independent idea, to be completely honest, because then it can apply to several of these, right? I mean, I guess technically there could be a dragon threat, right, that isn't defined here.
I think I'm the one who recommended that. I'm fine with reversing it if we want to.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
If we're going to remove dragon threat, do we want to put mists and smoky places to kind of play into that dark mystical vibe?
Down here,
Yeah.
we could. That would be all four of us. We would all four need to agree.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Perfect.
agreeing.
Do we like it?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Okay, so we have one. Let me set up some voting here for us really quickly. What'll happen is in a second you'll get a window on your screen that will say you may join voting. I'm just setting up 4, 5, 6, 7 in Miro. 7, I don't know, 3 votes? 3 votes is nice, right?
3 votes is probably good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay, let's do 3. So you'll get a prompt to join voting. You can join, and you should be able to just click a plus on the ones that you like the best. You have 3 total votes. So use them wisely.
This means we can not choose anything, all of them.
No, we can't
No.
choose
How
all.
can
Only,
you do that?
I know.
only the
I
favorite
know.
ones will be
I'm
voted
feeling bad
in.
now.
Yeah.
Then- okay.
Man.
That is tough.
That's a tough one for sure.
I'm watching Will vote. I'm judging
yeah.
you, man. Pick a good one.
It's the last one that's the hardest.
I know. I just went fast so I didn't have to think about it. I don't want to live in this pain.
Okay.
It's a good choice.
Let's see what we ended up with. Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not surprised by the 4. I gotta be honest. I thought that would be the 4 if there
Yep.
was going to be one. Okay, so I'm gonna move that up to the top in this top corner up here. This is our magical monoliths and Merlin vibes. Love that. Outcast types got none. That got 1. This one got 2. That one got 2. And this one got 1.
This is the point where we have to fight now, right?
Yeah, now we fight.
Yes.
Yeah, now. Yeah, that's where this is where we landed. So I think, this is the strongest vibe of this realm, right? But I think these are all very much in play. So the mist, the smoky places, low tech, dark and mystical, dragon threat, the Arthurian romantic feudalism and fey around the edges stuff, right, is all kind of there. Spoiler alert? It's not really a spoiler, is it? Right? I mean, we already did this in a stream. So we created a realm that has it is the Fey realm, basically, and we also have another realm that has a connection to that realm, where sometimes stuff bleeds across, and it has kind of monoliths or cairns, actually, is what it has.
That was the one I was in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Em and I talked about this a while back. If we ever ended up with another realm that had sort of a Fey connection, that it would be cool if they actually were connected to the same Fey realm across multiple. So that might be a thing. I feel like that's probably a thing.
Could be.
Yeah.
Also tells me I'm pretty one note in my ideas. Like,
Nah,
yeah.
this is good. This is good. Okay. So this is great. So the Hermit. Oof. All right. We're moving along. So the next step that we'll go to is the big picture. That's all the way over to the right. Drew, you want to introduce the big picture for us?
Yeah, absolutely, right. This is kind of the 30,000 foot view of the world, right? We're going to be defining really the backdrop and the scope of this Arium of the Hermit, meaning now that we understand the overall flavor and tone, like what are the big things that are happening here? We've already touched on magic a little bit, but we might want to define a little bit more on how magic works or doesn't work. And we really just want to start figuring out the broadest strokes, right? So that once we're done with this step, we'll have a better understanding of what sorts of civilizations we'll be developing in the next step, what sorts of geography, or that we're just going to be going very, very high level on this.
Mm-hmm.
What am I missing there?
I think that's perfect. Well, I'll come back to this, but the only thing that's a little bit can be difficult with. Sorry, I'm just going to delete. Oh no, I'm not because it's locked. The only thing that I usually review with big picture is it is not culture and organizations, landmarks, people, or goodies, right? So we don't want to get into the specifics of like schools that are here or legends or beliefs, things like that. We don't want to get into like the type of the people who live here or individual places that you could point to on a map, right? This is much bigger. This is like very high, like almost satellite level view, right? So if there were a satellite in the sky of this world, what could it tell about it, right? Could it tell that, two different countries were at war with each other? Maybe, right? Could it tell that, basically all the things Drew said? It was perfect. So,
Yeah.
Just a reminder that we did have, this is where we talk about war. It's also where we often talk about like how magic works, if it does work here. And we also had some lacunae for like no total peace. So there probably is some kind of war here or conflict. And there's not super bountiful magic. So just a call back to those two lacunae items as we figure out how magic actually does work here and what maybe we mean by no total peace. I can set a timer for us again for say
Let's
maybe
do it.
should we do 3 minutes this time?
3 minutes sounds great.
Yeah, we'll do 3. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Oh, that time went so fast.
It did. Do we need more time?
Did we have more time?
We could have one more minute if you want.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. Lots of ideas. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Em, would you like to read these ones?
I would love to read these ones.
Okay.
So we have the vast, a grassland with unexpected drops and crevices. The shattered peaks, mountains that split open. Those were two separate ideas that I had, and then it kind of prompted this one that maybe there's a hidden world beneath that's bursting to the surface. Magical fractures, honor, rules, behavior. Magic is reserved for the Fae and Fae touched. And above and below, or parallel. Ooh, what's that mean?
I actually think it fits in slightly with the beneath the surface, but it really the idea was maybe like a hidden world within the surface level, right?
Love that.
It doesn't have to be a literal below or parallel, but there's a hidden world within this one.
Awesome. Warring giants, ogres, and brownies. Monoliths drain magical power. The mists and smoke come from the Fey realm. Oh, it seems like we have some similar ideas happening here. Magic is a boon/bane. Ley lines connected by magical sites. Only countries with wizards go to war, the rest avoid conflict. Interesting. A giant central lake with many shifting islands. Oasis, a fertile and warm land that is constantly being fought over. Magic connects everyone. Magic can be earned if you find the right relic or face a trial. Kill someone grants you his or her magic. That is so cool. And each island has a group that rules it. These are
Very cool.
really neat ideas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like this thing.
So now we have to combine them to be the coolest ideas together, or things that just make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
I
I mean,
have an idea.
these two look kind of linky.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yep.
I'm good with that.
And I would just call out that, like, I would assume there's plenty of geography outside of the central lake, but just in the middle of this world is a lake.
Mm-hmm.
This has some of the most extreme landscaping I've seen in a big picture. I really like it.
I have a thought. Oops. That maybe these two could be related somehow.
I
Honor,
really
rules,
like that
behavior.
idea.
Yeah.
Do you have a specific idea, Will?
No, but I just really like the idea of them together.
What if you add even only countries with wizards go to war to these two?
Oh.
Yeah.
That would motivate wizards to go to war.
To take more power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like
Or
that
to
too.
have fun, maybe.
Y'all good with that?
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Okay. What else?
I like this world that I had here with the hidden world, Will, but I'm wondering if it's too similar to Temperance because that has the Fae are in the underworld. You have to go through a henge in order to get to them. I don't know if I'm like reusing an idea I've already had or that we've already used.
Well, I mean, I think it's okay. I mean, even for them to, because they go to the same Fey realm as this one, right? So I think that's all right. It's not actually underneath. It's like literally really another realm. So this could be something else. It might not necessarily be the Fey part.
Okay, cool.
I think it's a really cool idea. I do like the above and below parallel one. I think there's some, we could potentially put those together if you wanted to be really literal about it. If we didn't want it to be really literal, then keep them separate.
I don't know what's better. I mean, I'm willing to be swayed either way.
I have some thoughts around, I thought magical fractures might go there too, but I have so many things I want to put magical fractures with. I kind of want to do like this whole thing right here where I put these three things together like that, you know?
Yeah, seems cool.
That would be cool.
I
What do you
agree.
think, Drew? Yeah.
No, I think there's
So wait,
a lot
are
of
you-
potential there.
So are you saying like their magic is like kind of building up and then it's starting to break things, so monoliths are built to alleviate that pressure?
Maybe yes.
It's pretty
So,
sick.
Yeah. I could,
And you could
I
probably put
definitely
the
enjoy that.
shattered peaks with that too, right? Like,
I'm so
actually,
down
you
for
could
that.
you just put that whole group at the top, the blue ones with that stuff.
Oh,
and I think
I just had such a thought, but I don't know if it's getting too deep into. I don't know if it's like, I don't know. I have this idea that I don't know. I don't know if I should talk about it right now. I don't want to sway anything in the future.
Oh.
you're thinking something for a later stage.
Well, I'm thinking something for culture. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
What about these though? Do we think we want to like group it all?
Yeah.
Make it a huge group like that?
What are you feeling, Drew? I feel like you have a vision.
Well, so I just have this idea that the Shattered Peaks has a certain rock or quartz or something that has the ability to harness magic or siphon magic, and so the monoliths have to come from the stone of this one particular mountain.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's. You're not changing my mind about those all things together.
Oh, do you want to make it cooler, Drew? That's what you want to do? Let's make it way more badass. Okay.
Just wait till the next step.
Yeah. What else? What else? Do we want to group any more things together?
What if an above and below or parallel with magic connects everyone? So, in all these parts of the world, everyone interact with it, even if cannot use magic.
Yeah.
And maybe even add magic can earn it if you find the right relic or face a trial. So if you don't have magic in your inside, you can took something to make magic happen. I don't know.
Oh,
So you're thinking, like-
interesting.
What if? Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like, what if it was and this goes with Boon and Bane, right? What if this parallel has a symbiotic partner, right? That when you find your symbiotic partner, right, this link is created, and then you can start drawing magic from their realm through that partner.
That's cool.
Like, I don't know. There's a lot of examples of that sort of idea, but like, and then that fits in with, I have to I have to face a trial to prove my worth, or I go to a site where this spirit or entity or something exists and figure that out, and then that would be how I obtain my magic.
Mm.
I don't think it's the only way. I just think it's
Would this make sense then?
because then you become fey touched, right? Like you
Yeah,
sort of
that's
take
what-
you sort of take
Basically
on that
what
trait.
you described, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense to add that? What do you think? This is all four of us again. Do we like those together?
Simone, how do you feel about that?
I like it.
You agree, Em?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. I think we might have our groups.
I only need 3 votes.
You'll probably get them. Let's see.
I only have a question at this point.
Sure.
If in the macro group there are all these ideas, can we put even the mist and the smoke come from to the fire realm, but not from the fire realm, from magical fractures? So everything is like linked like this.
Like that?
Yeah, but from the yellow post-it, you see in the end there is fire realm. If this mist doesn't come from there, but from something bad that happen in magic when I don't know, monoliths drain magic or something happen and destroy the place where the monolith is, or the mountains, as you were saying before, are used to make the monoliths. Everything that use the magic can alterate the magic. I don't know if I made it clear. I don't know how to explain it better. So, yeah.
I think I'm good with that being up there like that. If we,
Same.
Yep.
yeah,
I think
makes
that sounds
sense.
perfect.
Okay. Well, let's do some voting then.
If I say something that make no sense, please tell me.
No,
For
you're
sure.
great.
Yeah. Might be the easiest one I've ever done. Yep. Okay. It's good. It's good. All right, I'm going to move some of these down to the bottom. Like so. We got our 2 4 votes at the top and a 3 just under it. I think that's great.
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay. Next, we will move on. We will go to the culture and orgs section. Em, you feel up for giving us a quick rundown on culture and orgs?
Yeah, I would love to. So, culture and organizations are about like beliefs, legends, important events that happened in the past. So, like the history of this world. Then we also have what are the people that lived here? Are we talking about humans? Are the main characters fae? Are they the creatures that go bump in the night? Those types of things. And then also we have the organizations, so like schools, businesses, secret groups, stuff like that, public groups.
Mm-hmm.
How do people gather? What is their lives like here? Where do they go?
Yeah. That's great. Okay. 2 minutes, do we think?
Look at this creative group. I almost feel like we should do 3.
3? Yeah, we could do 3 again. I'm down. Let's do 3. Here we go. All right.
I thought I was
Interesting.
going to have more ideas than I wrote down, and then I just like fell really short. But there's some amazing ones on this list.
Yeah, there's some fun ones here. I think this will be good. Okay. Well, let's have Simone. Would you like to read some of these?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have humans live here. Then we have in each safe place people wear at least one thing with a specific color. Then chivalry is life. Glorious feast of celebration and libation. The Lamplighter's Guild. Order of Siphon Stone. Knights trying to alt magic. Cool. The Leaf, a violent opposition to magic in all forms. Why? the, the Grand Pilgrimage. Valiance. The Lantern peering into the mist. Everyone gets together for the grand tourney. Each children must face a trial at certain age to see if has magic inside.
Oh,
Lantonians, those who maintain the lantern along the roads. Frank's Feast, a one-stop shop for food, cutlery, table decor, and more. Oh, that's really cute.
I love it.
Frank. Frank.
Frank.
You have to pronounce both F's, please. For Frank. Yes.
No, I thought it was Frank. The first F is
That
silent.
is more correct. Correct.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. I'm broken. Okay. Let's hit it. So which of these would be better together than they are apart? Or do you have any questions about any of them? I have maybe one question to start with. What is the order of the siphoned stone?
All right. So the idea, it goes back to previous, right? With the this certain type of stone is being harvested from the shattered mountain. The order would be like a la Knights Templar, like they are in order put together to guard the sacred material, because then it is the knight's duty to get rid of magic in the land, right? And so knights are actually the direct opposition to those who harness or use magic.
Mm.
And so they build the monuments out of this special stone, and the knights are actually the ones that are in charge of building and protecting those monoliths.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool.
That is cool.
Doesn't have to be the only order of knights, just a order of knights.
Yeah.
Will, what were you thinking for the Lamplighters Guild? I want to see if we had a similar idea here.
Well, actually, like a lantern is a really common part of Hermit sort of cards usually, and I thought it would be cool to bring something in to do with lanterns at this point. I didn't get too deep into like what they're about or anything like that, but I thought
Can I tell you my deep ideas that I did have?
Yes, please.
I was thinking that if I lived in a world where there's like a lot of smoke and mist and there's like you can't really see where you're going, it would be so important to have these big lampposts with lanterns hanging on them that when you walk from one place to another where you have to journey really far, you can see that, oh, I can just barely make out that glow ahead. I'm going to go towards that. And so it's like these little things that literally lead you where you have to go. And these would be the people that maintain those lanterns so people don't just get lost in the mist.
I like that. I think that's really cool.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I really hate the word Lantonian, so I would love to steal the Lamplighters Guild. I couldn't think of anything cool.
Yep. That works. What else?
What's Valians?
I just use that as like a maybe like a pseudo-religious order, like group of people who are obsessively trying to connect through the veil, right? So it's like if the knights are opposing, the Valians are the ones who are actually trying to embrace and harness more magic.
So it's not people who show up on the History Channel and say, Valians.
I'm not saying it's Valians, but it's Valians, right?
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Totally could be that. The lantern peering into the mist, Simone, does that kind of align with the Lamplighters Guild stuff too, or did you have a different vision for that?
No, I was thinking something different because the lamplighters, if I understand well, guides people through the mist, and my idea was just to go maybe in with this order in place where others don't go, like with a special lantern or something like that, to go through a specific mist that no one can see through. Don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
Is that
just
the
like-
trial that children have to go through?
No, because they will die, but you don't want to put children dying.
I'm just going to move the children far, far away.
I don't know. You can, but I will not stop you. So if you want, maybe if the lantern peering into the mist is not necessarily good, can we put the leaf together and maybe these two cooperate in some way to obtain something from the mist?
This
Like,
one?
is this a specific item?
Maybe.
Because we could also maybe transition that to goodies if it's like a specific thing, right?
We could too. Yeah, we could. But if it's something that's like common, that like there's a ritual around it, or people who go to do this, then I think it makes sense to leave it here.
Okay.
But if it's just one item that is used for this, then it would go in goodies for sure.
I think I crashed. What did you say in these last 30 seconds?
Oh yeah. We
Yeah.
were just saying that the lantern, if it's just a single item, would be good. We could just move it to goodies. But if it's something that like is something that a lot of people do, or it's very common, right? Then we should leave it here.
What do you think?
I don't know. I think if we're not sure, we should leave it here. Yeah.
I did throw the grand pilgrimage and everyone gets together for a grand tourney together. Like potentially this is like a once a year thing, and the pilgrimage is really like the knights from the land coming together at the Shattered Mountain, right, to harvest and transport the next monolith or whatever. And there's obviously a huge feast and celebration that comes along with that.
Could we maybe even tie in the children? This is when they have to go face the trial. They go travel with the knights to this area, enact their trial, see if they have magic.
Like their maybe it's their squires that go through the trial. I don't
Do
know.
you like that?
Simone?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Excellent.
Do we think the Order of the Siphon Stone and the Leaf are like in that same ballpark together?
They sound very similar. Yeah.
Right.
And the knight's trying to halt magic, right?
Yeah.
We could just use the Order of the Siphon Stone name. I think that's a better name. Like that.
Okay.
I'm good for that. What else?
What do you mean with humans live here? Like just what I'm reading, or there is something more?
So I didn't know if people are playing Fae, like if someone wants to build a character in this realm, are they playing a human? Are they playing a Fae? Are they
Okay.
That's
playing
a
an
great
ogre?
question.
And so I thought I would put down at least one card so that we could discuss what
Yeah.
people are playing when they play a character from this realm.
Okay.
I don't think the fairy tale creatures that necessarily made it in. They didn't get any votes earlier, so I think by default we'll say humans, right?
Okay, cool.
That makes
We can
sense
just
to
delete
me.
that then. I just thought maybe that'd be a conversation we should have.
Yeah. I think characters from here are probably human, but unless there's a unless we want to talk about something else. Nobody put any other cards like that, so I'm guessing
Everyone was on the same page with
that's the one.
humans. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yep. But they could be a little Fae around the edges, right?
It could be a little Fae around the edges for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, should we vote then?
Yeah.
I think I want to move. Can I move Frank's feasts into landmarks?
Sure.
Yeah.
My
it's
bad.
It's not a chain, right?
N-
We don't have a
it-
we don't have a Frank's feast franchise.
There's
I would
feasting
love-
everywhere.
I would love a Frank's Feast franchise, but I think that won't really fit with the whole points of light thing we went with. Or did we not do that? Is there
We
like
didn't-
worlds everywhere?
We didn't.
Everyone's connected.
Yeah, we didn't do that. That didn't make it in.
I'll leave it in
Yeah.
landmarks. That seems good.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, not that I see at least.
Okay. Should we do some? Yeah? Yeah?
I want just a little more clarity on the lantern peering into the mist, right? I want this to have a fair shot at getting votes, right? And I think we're still a little ambiguous on the full idea of it.
Can you repeat, please? I didn't
Yeah.
hear your voice.
No, I think we're a little still unsure of the lantern peering into the mist. Will you just re-explain or elaborate a little bit on your idea there, Simone?
Okay, the idea was there is some disorder that come into the that go into the mist, but maybe in places where others don't go. So more dangerous mist, things like that, and maybe if fighting even to the threat that could be in this mist, I think of the dragon we are saying before.
Mhm.
So maybe this order is more for exploration and particular fight on the than the others.
Yeah. So
like
they
that.
are in order. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
like
cannot see that linked to anything else. So
No, me neither.
They're pretty cool, though.
It's
Yeah.
really cool. I love the idea.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Going to set up some voting here, then get us going.
Do we need to vote on humans as life or humans live here?
Probably not.
I'm just gonna delete that.
Okay. We can do 3 votes again, I think.
Okay.
Let's see how it goes. Here we go. Results. Results. Ooh, okay, a little more spread. That's good. Okay, so let's move the Valians down. Safe place. Okay, so our Grand Pilgrimage, Tourney, and children tests. That's number one.
Wait, I'm on the only one that not voted for the lantern appearing on the mist. Why?
It was just too cool.
What's
You
happening?
knew we were gonna love it.
Yeah. Okay. This is good. This is good. Great list. All right. I think we can move on. So we'll continue to build on what we've done so far and go into landmarks. So landmarks are places that you could point to, usually on a street level map. It's not going to be bigger than a skyscraper, really, necessarily. But it could be like a canyon, it could be a bridge, it could be a statue, it could be a building, it could be a farm. A lot of things that a landmark could be. But a mountain, I suppose, works, but it's a little big for what we would consider a landmark. So, for this, I think 2 minutes. What do y'all think?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I've already got a great idea down, so I don't have to do as much work this time.
I know, right? You've already got it all sorted out. Okay, 2 minutes it is. We'll see. If we need more time, we can always add it. Here we go. But I have one more. It's okay. Finish if you're finishing one. Do we need any more time? We could do another minute if you want.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could do this all day. I love this part.
Let's do one more minute. What the heck?
boy, I came up with some silly ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's good. Who read last? Is it my turn to read? Somebody else's turn.
I don't remember.
Might be my turn. I'll read them. Okay, so starting at the top, we have The Last Docks of Rolant's Folly. We have The Gates of Kiladath. We have The Cave of Echoes. We have Frank's Feast, a one-stop shop for food, cutlery, table decor, and more. We have Instead of a Clock Tower, every city has a lighthouse. We have Cairnhenge. That's easy to say. We have St. Elmira's Grotto. We have The Great Bridge. No one has been able to rebuild it. We have The Illumination, a place where the stars are always clearly visible. It's in the middle of a field.
Amazing.
We have Castle Dauntless. I think that's what it says. Yeah. The Wishing Pool. We have The Lost, a time-worn statue draped with ivy. A pool of water lays at its feet. We have The Forest of Whispers. We have The Castle Treadwater. We have Monolith number 7. It's on the fritz.
Oh.
We have Quartermaster Quain, a shop for shields, armor, and weapons. We have The Stairs Labyrinth. We have The Peering Pool. We have Pensivity, a great library containing the knowledge of the world. We have The Underground Tower. I just love that. Just love it. And then we have Sir Jessalot, a school for courtly fools. Amazing.
Sir Jessalot. I like that.
All right. What do we want to do? Do we want to combine any of these? What's our plan?
I feel like one of the pools should be attached to the Lost.
I agree, but I didn't want to say that because I didn't know which pool.
So, really, the idea, the wishing pool, obviously you go there to make a wish, or maybe that's where, like, you place a wish there that you want to be considered for magical powers, right? The peering pool, if I don't know if this idea made it through with the connection to the Fey realm, like you can look in the pool and see whatever it is that is giving you your magical ability. I'm good with either of those being with the Lost.
I think I kind of like the peering pool more.
Okay.
Let's do it. That sounds great.
Connected.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, there's some good stuff in here.
What if to the Lost and the Peering Pool we add the Stairs Labyrinth?
Like you have to go
Yeah.
through the stairs labyrinth to get there. I love that idea.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm. Yoink.
What
I
if
want
they
the underground tower to be in something like Castle Dauntless or the Castle Treadwater or
The Gates of Killadeth.
the Gates of Kiladath.
I was going to
something.
say, what if the Gates of Killadeth were on the other side of the Great Bridge?
Ça va.
Oh. people can't get to it because it's been broken.
And then maybe there's a castle beyond it, or the
That's
underground,
cool.
or the entrance to the underground tower is beyond it.
Yeah. Do you like that, Simone?
Yeah.
I just had such a bright image in my mind of people going to the Great Bridge. It has this huge broken fall, and there's just a fall straight down. Then there's a cliff on the other side with this castle, the gates of Killadoth. You can't cross it and get there.
Yeah.
That would suck so bad. What if the underground tower was actually on the other side and you have to go up to the gates through the underground tower to actually get there? Like it's the alternate route. It's the Mines of Moria.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. There's a lot of good stuff going on right now.
So.
If you guys are cool with it.
Yeah.
You good with that, Simone?
Huh? What?
If we put these grouped here?
Oh, yeah. I said yes.
Okay. All right. What if monolith number 7 is in Cairnhenge?
There you go.
I'm down. Maybe it was reclaimed.
What if
Oh, that's so great. Oh yeah, you put this monolith up, we're gonna build a Cairnhenge around it. Like really focus magical power. Try to like overload the circuit or something. That's
Right?
fantastic. That's so good.
what do you think of instead of clock tower, every city as a lighthouse with pensivity, because all the knowledge. So maybe the light and the knowledge.
Oh, I love that. Illumination on 2 kinds. I'm happy with that.
3 kinds. Illuminated manuscripts as well. There you go. It's very Arthurian right now.
It's very Arthurian.
Could the wishing pool and the docks go together? Or is it a smaller pool than that? Maybe that's not right.
I was going to put wishing well, and then that song got into my head, and so I decided to find a different word.
Yeah, fair.
The wishing pool could be in St. Elmira's grotto.
Yeah.
Is
Or
Saint
it
Elmi-
could be in the Cave of Echoes. Ugh. Too many options, Drew.
I like to write words.
They're cool words.
What
Do
if
you have a
Thank you.
preference?
Thank
you
you.
put suggest a lot with Cave of Icos? Something mad.
Oh man,
The
that sounds
echoes
like
are laughter. It
that
never
sounds
stops.
like my nightmare. Oh my gosh.
It's actually what keeps the dragons at bay. They won't attack because it's just too much for them.
It's just too much, yeah.
I love it.
Are you down, Drew? You want to have the Cave of Echoes hosting
Sure.
Sir
Hey,
Destilot's school?
Let's throw it in there.
Okay.
Okay. Any more combinations we want to make?
Well, that leaves a happy coincidence, or happy connection from St. Elmira's to the wishing pool, if we're happy with
Yeah,
that.
for sure. I feel like Frank's feast is
Definitely.
near the last docks of Verlant's Folly for sure.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
The other route we could go is, well, no, I don't know if that works. I was wondering if we could connect the illumination with either the forest of whispers, and then in the middle of the forest is the illumination,
I love that.
like a giant field in the middle of the forest.
Are you okay with that, Simone, if we put these two together?
Yeah, I was also thinking to connect this with Cave of Icos, but maybe the forest is better. Mm, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. What about
I'm
the
happy
castle?
any which way.
Is that on the edge of the Forest of Whispers, maybe?
Okay.
Do you like that, Drew?
Yeah, I don't think it has to be tied to anything, but if we want to, I think so. I just think that, a couple named castles is probably pretty great.
Okay. We ready to vote?
I'm ready.
I am too.
I'm lying,
Actually,
but
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna be confident about it.
No, I'm gonna. Yeah.
You're ready. Okay. 1, 2,
Depends on how many votes we get.
4, 5, 6.
Treadwater is
7,
separate, right?
10. What's what is happening here?
That was
Yeah,
me.
I got Treadwater. You're moving stuff on me, man.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's
He's
good.
just making it a fun little game for you, Will.
Yeah, it is really fun. It's super fun. I'm just kidding. It's good. 4 votes? Do 4 votes.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Now I actually have to pick. I've maybe never had a more difficult time choosing.
My last one is really hard.
I went rogue with these ones in hopes that you guys make other ones happen.
Yeah, I think I'm ready. Waiting on one person to finish their 4th vote. I think.
I'm still deciding.
It's difficult.
Take your time.
Yeah, you've got time. No worries.
They are so cool.
I'm having a hard time imagining any of these not being in the world. Like, I feel like we all really nailed the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll go with it.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, okay.
Oh no! Okay,
Wow.
this is fine.
Wow. I'm surprised. Okay. This is good. Let's see. Let me get some arrows so I can move some stuff around a little bit. Bring that one up. That's our 4. Gates of Kaladath. We have a 3. Bring that up. Oh no. We got an extra one. There we go. Well, we have another 3. Look at that. Okay. 2's down there. 3's up here. Okay. Oof. These ones. Forest of Whispers. And the Castle Dauntless. Castle Tread. We didn't get any of our castles, Drew.
We did not get any of our castles.
I had votes on it, and then I took it off, and then I put votes on it, and then I took it off, and then I was like, everyone's gonna vote for that one. Okay. I was wrong. My
You were
deepest
wrong.
apologies.
Uh,
I might make something happen there, anyways. In the
Well,
design
I mean,
phase.
Castle Dauntless is there, right?
That's true.
mm-hmm.
With one vote.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that makes it or not. That's a back pocket idea.
Yeah. I feel like it has a potential place. Okay. People. Drew,
This
do
is
you
a
want to
fun
tell us about people?
Yeah. People is cool, right? People is cool. It's a great step. It really is just defining. Now we're talking individuals, right? So we're talking
Yeah.
pronouns. We're talking descriptors or quirks or something. Sometimes it's just a name of a person. Sometimes it's a name in a 2 or 3 word description.
Yeah.
And this can be really important people, and it can be not so important people as well. In a normal game session as well, this would also be a pool where the participants in an Arium create session could claim a character for their own for their role-playing game, right? So, and writers could take one of these as like the focal character of their story with a supporting cast of other people here.
Yeah. In the case of Vi, it's usually going to be either like a supporting cast type of thing, or it's often like as Em and I go through and do the game design on this, they become enemies of characters.
And they're like a personal person that plagues you. Something that has gone wrong in your relationship, and now y'all are fighting.
Yeah. Yep.
A mortal enemy.
Yeah. Or an immortal enemy.
That's true. We have some funny ones.
Okay. Well, let's do 2 minutes, you think?
Yes.
Come up with some people?
Okay.
Okay.
Drew, I hear you giggling at your own cards. I hate that so much. It's getting in there.
not apologizing.
You should never.
Okay. Any others?
If I put a letter on my sticky note, then that counts as me working on one, right? No, I'll stop.
Sure.
I could do this for
All right.
10 minutes.
I was
Yeah.
I was just trying to predict what you were going to write. That started with an S. It was like Celine something.
Serenity now.
There we go.
Interesting. Okay. Drew, should you read these?
Oh, shit. I was hoping you weren't going to ask me this one. All right. All right. The Serene Hand. Sir Roland of the Sea. Awesome to go with the Sir Roland's docks, right? Wizard Brimester. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Brimester.
Brimester. All right. Sir Ardiford. Pontifex Qualian de Trial. He's not really part of the clergy, though. Paul the Rat of the Market. Love it. Queen Merwin the Vengeful. Lady Knight Cerulean.
Yeah, read it, Drew. You wrote
What's
it.
it say? What's it say, Drew?
Old Tingly Fingers himself. Yep. Just old Tingly Fingers. So, maybe he's got magic. Maybe he doesn't. Who knows? Sir Donovan the Lost. Ooh, like that. Wix, a lantern enthusiast. Love that. The Last Word. Interesting title for somebody. Lord Hector, huge mustaches. He is very well mustachioed. I love that.
Yeah.
Lady Isbile, a modest and wise woman. Did I pronounce that close, M?
Yeah, close enough.
Okay. Dame Destrica, a tired knight who has seen too much. Sir Cole the Mower, and the Jester Lothar. Love it. I think I got through them all.
I think you did a great job.
You did. You did well. You did well. I don't think I could have read some of these. So we don't usually see tons of combinations at this level, but I figure Sir Old Tingly Fingers himself probably needs a name. But I'm just spitballing here. Are there any others that need names?
I think
Who's
that's
the
his
Serene
name, man.
Hand? Yeah, is Wizard Brimester the Serene Hand? I don't know. Like, I'm just... Yeah, how... Do we need to combine any of them? What's going on?
Yeah. I think... Because we've already got quite a bit.
Yes.
What about that, Drew?
Yeah, at first I was thinking it'd be great to pair with like a sir or a lady. And then like I kind of like Lady Knight Cerulean, the Last Word. I think that sounds pretty cool. Sorry to combine two of my own, but I do agree with myself if that helps.
Good job. That is how you do it. All right.
Well, if we're combining Drews together, I feel like Sir Ardiford should definitely be Old Tingly Fingers.
Yeah.
I really
What do you
want
think,
him
Drew?
separate. I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie. I really want
Okay.
old. I want it to be like Old Tingly Fingers is what everybody calls this one dude, and nobody really knows his name.
So sad.
No, he just like. I think he's got a little bit of magic to him, right? But he's just kind of a nutter.
How about
I could be
Wizard
swayed.
Brimester being the Serene Hand then?
I could do that.
Okay. Any others?
Oh, them Destrica and Lord Hector? Maybe she's retired and also annoyed by the life. I don't know. And he's like a eccentric lord.
I love that. Like she works for him and
Yeah,
she's exhausted by him.
yeah.
That
Cool.
sounds good. A pair.
A wonderful pair.
Mm-hmm. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready to vote?
I'm ready.
One last.
Oh
Maybe
yes.
Lady Isbal is alone, right?
Hmm.
Okay, what if we pull the rat of the market with her? Because she's wise, but maybe she also need information to be wise. So the rat could bring her this.
I love that idea
Information.
a lot.
Well.
She's like, I can save him. I can change him. But also in the meantime, he's gonna get me that information.
Hmm.
That's cool.
Okay. We good?
Yeah.
Let's vote.
Voting shall commence.
Did you need me to move anything around?
If you could.
Separate the ones that are paired.
Just for that, I'm only giving you 4 votes.
Oh, ouch. I'm so sorry, team. I'm so sorry.
Wait, we can put more than one vote to one of these. And
Technically, yes.
okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the question is why all on Old Tingly?
We're to end up with 8 votes and old tingly fingers himself and no other people.
Okay. Here we go.
Did we fall into the trap? We did.
Yes, we did. Okay. That's good. So, let's move a few of these. Nobody likes Circle the Mower.
Devastating, honestly.
Somehow I knew it would happen. All right. Inside jokes and all. Okay. Okay. So Lord Hector, Dame Destrica, Lady Isbel, Paul of the Rat Market, Lady Knight Cerulean, if we're going to be consistent, I think this would be probably Dame Cerulean. Are you okay if I change that, Drew?
The deep thought.
Dame is our sir for Lady Knights.
Fine.
Thank you.
I've never heard a more reluctant agreement.
And Queen Merwin the Vengeful. This is good. I think there's some
We'll
other
probably
characters
come
that
back
could
through
maybe...
and pull a couple of these back in
That's
during the
very
next
likely.
phase of design.
Very likely. Very likely. Okay, this is great. A lot of very interesting people in this realm. So the last step that we're going to do here today is the goodies. And so we'll go down to step 6 on our left. Em, would you like to describe goodies for us?
Yeah. I'm surprised you asked though, because this is like your favorite description. This is like narratively important things. So it can be something that's very everyday and normal, but it has to be special to the story. So, for example, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, towels are very narratively important. So that would be an example. Lord of the Rings, that would be the One Ring. A ring was very narratively important. So you want to put down an item and maybe a description of what it does, or maybe just the item itself, and we can kind of combine it with someone else's idea.
Yeah,
That captured all, Will?
I think so. I already got my tube sock reference in earlier, so we're all good.
Yeah, you didn't have to make it again this time?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, I missed it, but it's okay. I'll survive.
Yeah. Okay, so this one shouldn't take too long. A couple minutes, I think.
Sure.
Come up with some narratively relevant stuff. Okay, let's go. Look at us all writing lanterns.
No.
I don't know what I'm thinking. You want to read them, Em?
Sure.
Oh, are we done? Sorry.
Yeah.
Drew
just
is
throwing-
full ideas.
Oh, sorry.
Do you want to separate those? They look
Yep.
a little stacked. Thank you. All right, so we have a lantern hook staff, the broken lantern, the crimson fang, the hearthstone, a magical compass equivalent, the lantern of sight, peering stone, stone with hole in it can see through the veil. That's cool. Tall pointy hats, a rusty old wagon, the broken blade, the fey-touched rope, eternal flame, pocket dirt, the Reuben of mud. Or is it the Rubbin?
Rubin.
Reuben? Okay, cool.
Okay.
The keys to the castle Killadoth, siphon stone shard dagger. Cool. Dragon scale armor. The cloak of he once escaped the light. Ooh. Journal of the Exiles. Old tingly fingers tie-dyed headband. And the
I don't
last
think Old
stone
Tingly
of
Fingers
sacred-
is canon. I'm not,
You
I'm
got a
not
vote.
sure.
You got a vote.
The last stone of the Great Bridge.
Oh, yep. Last Stone of the Great Bridge.
Nice. I love these. These are fun. Should we just vote on them?
Sure.
You can leave it in, Drew.
No, it's
fine.
okay. I was just having a
I'm
little
totally teasing. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's vote then. I'm gonna set this up here.
No,
Make sure.
don't put it in there.
I'm trying so hard. There we go. Okay. Let's do 6 votes. It's tough because there's a couple of them I still wanted to vote for, even though I had 6 votes. Oh, good. Other people voted for it. Yay. Okay. This is good. This is very good. All right. Let's move some down. No one voted for pocket dirt. Come on. Man. The
As
cloak
powerful
of
as
he
a
who
healing
wa-
item that is.
Yeah, it's very powerful, I'm sure. Let's be honest. Wow, lots of 2s. This is cool. All right. The Peering Stone made it. Yay. The Ruben of Mud. Keys of Castle Killadoth. Siphon Stone Shard Dagger. No tall pointy hats. Last Stone of the Great Bridge. Then we've got a bunch of 1 voters here. Okay. Looks good.
Ooh, buddy. This was a really interesting world we came up with.
Yeah, I love it. I love it a lot.
Was it everything your Arthurian hope desired? Your Arthurian heart desired? I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
I think it's very good. I think it's a lot of fun. It's not too on the nose, but there's a lot of really good stuff in here. So,
Agreed.
yeah, this turned out really good. Lots of very colorful. I didn't realize that we're actually just doing Easter colors, but anyway, it's very good. Yeah. Whew. Nice work, y'all. I'm excited. Simone, you think you can make some card art based on this?
Oh, I think yes.
Madness? Yeah, I bet. Okay. Well, let me change our view. There we are. Thanks everybody for coming, for participating. I'm really excited about this world, and this realm's going to be a ton of fun. Are we working on this week, Em?
Yeah, I think we're going to be working on it Monday and Saturday. Not Monday, Wednesday and Saturday.
Yeah, so we'll apply rules to all of this for Vi over the next couple of, over the span of this week, basically. So that's exciting. That's going to be neat. Yeah, well, everybody want to just do a quick sign off and tell folks where to find you if they want to find you? We'll start with Simone. Thank you so much for joining us. And where can people find you on the internet?
People can find me on Instagram, like Cold Dragon Barbarian. And I also would like to say thanks to have included me in all this. I really like
Yeah.
to do this brainstorming.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was so much fun.
It's fucking cool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It was a blast, Simone, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Drew, what about you? Can people find you?
Thanks, man. You can find me on your flavor of choice on social media as at Worddrew, WORDREW. And I have a link tree, which is linktree/Worddrew as well.
Nice and easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Em, about you?
Hi, I'm Em. You can find me on the internet as Anthrama or Anthrama Streams on like Instagram and X, I think is what it's called now. I also stream TTRPGs and blog at Level 1 Geek. We believe at Level 1 Geek that you don't have to have a nerd degree to start getting into all these hobbies and the beautiful game of tabletop role-playing games. You can start at level 1 like the rest of us. So that's where you can find me.
Amazing. And you can find me and Adept Icarus and the games that we make at adepticarus.com or on pretty much any platform as Adept Icarus. So thanks, everybody. Now we come to the part of the series where we usually wave really awkwardly until I actually manage to get the stream to end. So bye. Bye.